Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight to our candidates night. I'm Pam Lanham, co-owner and editor of the Hinsdalean. Also here tonight is Jim Slonoff, co-owner, publisher, and Facebook live streamer. And Ken Knudsen, associate editor and question collector. I want to begin by thanking the Community House for welcoming us here tonight. We have a wonderful partnership with them and really appreciate them providing this space for us. I have a few housekeeping items before we begin. There is a literature table in the back where candidates have dropped off information, and I think I saw a few signs back there. I also, as I indicated earlier, wanted to let everyone know we are live streaming the event, and the video will be available after, up through the election. So if you've got friends and neighbors that want to see it, please let them know. Finally, if you've missed any of our election coverage, it is available on our website at thehinsdalean.com. Now I'd like to thank and introduce our moderator, and I hope I thanked all the candidates for coming. I might have missed that, but thank you all for being here. Our moderator tonight is Ben Bradley, the WGN 4 p.m. news anchor and investigative reporter, and a fellow Hinsdalean. We like to think that his most meaningful accomplishment is serving on our Reader Advisory Board. He might point to the 5 Emmy Awards he's won for breaking news coverage, or his 2 Illinois Broadcasters Association Silver Dome Awards for investigative reporting in a documentary on the legacy of former Mayor Richard M. Daley. So please help me in welcoming Ben Bradley.
Thank you all. It's great to be back hosting the candidates forum. I did one of these for Brandon Johnson, Lori Lightfoot, and that whole crew a few years ago. So I trust this will be a little less combative. Well, especially with you library board candidates. I just want to take a quick second to thank Pam and Jim and Ken, and I hope you all appreciate how lucky we are here in Hinsdale and the surrounding metroplex to have a paper like the Hinsdalean and people who do such a good job, not just covering our town, but celebrating our town. I also want to recognize Tom Cawley, our outgoing village president, who has Thank you very much. We're going to run through the format for tonight. We're going to start with the candidates for the Hinsdale Public Library Board. Each candidate's going to have an opportunity to make a 2-minute statement. In the interest of time, the library board candidates will not be answering questions beyond, I assume you're inserting your favorite book. Then we're going to move to the race for Hinsdale Village Board, and then we'll end with the race for the Hinsdale High School District 86. Each candidate's going to have an opportunity to make a 2-minute opening statement. And then when we get to the other 2 races, I'm going to ask the same 6 questions of all candidates. Each candidate gets 90 seconds to answer each question. If there's time left, we will answer additional questions. Raise your hand. Ken can run around, and he has index cards. You can submit a question. Let me know if it's for a specific race. Each candidate, though, will be asked to answer the question. Sorry, I'm not super great with that teleprompter. We'll get you out of here by 9:30 tonight. Candidates, please pay attention to the time. Don't exceed your time. I don't want to be a jerk. Questions were submitted in advance by readers of the Hinsdalean and written by its staff. Priority was given to those questions believed to be of the greatest general interest. And again, we would love to hear your questions as well, so feel free to submit them. All right, let's begin by hearing from our library board candidates. I will give you guys each the floor. Dennis, why don't we start with you?
Well, thank you, Ben, and thank you for everyone for coming out here today. We really appreciate it. So my name is Dennis Garcia. I'm seeking a spot on the Board of Trustees for the Hinsdale Library. Let me share a little bit about my background. I've been living now in Hinsdale with my family, my beautiful wife, Simona, our 13-year-old son, Sebastian. For the past 5 years, we moved from the city of Chicago to Hinsdale, and we absolutely love living in the village of Hinsdale. Now, from a professional perspective, I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer, an in-house lawyer at Microsoft. I'm an assistant general counsel for Microsoft. I've been a lawyer at Microsoft now for the past 22.5 years. One of the great benefits about working for Microsoft is you can work on a hybrid basis. So I work half of my time from an office and half of the time remotely from home. Sometimes I get a little lonely working from home, so I've been working from the library. They have a very easy to use system to secure office space for 2-hour periods of time. And so I've seen the library in action. It's a great asset to our community, serves people like me, our families, and also our seniors. And so a few months ago, I was saying to myself, well, where can I give back to the community and work for the village of Hinsdale? And I was saying to myself, well, maybe there's opportunities with the board. I learned that there were some openings on the board of directors for the Hinsdale Library, so I threw my hat in the ring, if you will. So we've got some great candidates looking for a board position. I think one thing which I can offer is my deep experience in the area of technology. In order for the Hinsdale Library to better serve its community, it's got to do a better job at leveraging technology and being able to serve all community members. I've got a lot of experience in the area of artificial intelligence, in the area of cybersecurity, and also in the area of social media. So that's a little bit about myself. I look forward to the opportunity to earn your trust. Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis. And thank you, Ben. Good evening. I'm Jay Hinsdale, and along with my friend Carissa Cathcart, I'm running for the Hinsdale Library Board of Trustees. My connection with the library began a little over 13 years ago on the day I moved to Hinsdale. I took a break from unpacking, much to my wife's consternation, walked over to the library and got my library card, this one right here. In the years since then, my whole family's benefited from the library. My kids started with story time and research, then studying a little bit, and of course hanging out with friends. I'm not sure if there's a rule about DoorDash at the library, so let's just keep that between ourselves. My wife and I check out hundreds of books and digital resources each year. We attend many of the community events at the library. And from knocking on doors, I know that my fellow Hinsdalians rely on the library's increased access, whether it's groups for families with disabilities, resources in Mandarin, Hindi, and other languages. The public library is a crown jewel of Hinsdale. And as a board member, I'll engage with local groups, including schools and churches, to address the current and future needs of the library and the community. I'll help support the library's excellent staff, and I'll provide transparent oversight of fiscal and policy matters. I want to commend the current board and the staff for their leadership on the strategic plan and the upcoming remodel to the library. The next few years are going to be very busy for the library and the community as a whole. That's why it's important to choose candidates with local experience and knowledge of Hinsdale, like me. You see, I'm not just an attorney in state government, although I look the part, working with elected officials and community leaders. Much more important, I know Hinsdale as a parent and a volunteer on the soccer fields, in churches, through paths, and other mission partners of my own church, Redeemer Lutheran, and at the food pantry during the height of COVID. We're fortunate to have 5 fantastic candidates for the library board. Please ask us about our goals and relevant experience. Most important, make sure to vote. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Carissa Cathcart. My favorite book is Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese. I moved to Hinsdale 20 years ago this spring, and my husband Chris and I have raised our 3 kids here. Our oldest was just 1 year old when we bought our house, and now he's a junior in college. We also have a junior at Hinsdale Central who is a proud member of the Junior Advisory Board at the library, so shout out to Jab, and a daughter at CHMS. And we've logged many, many hours and days walking to and from Monroe Elementary School where they all went, and we got 2 dogs. When we first moved to Hinsdale, I just said I wanted a place where my kids could walk in the door someplace, someone would know their name, and they would feel like someone was there rooting for them. And from toddler story time to teen trivia night, study prep, and everything in between, the library's been one of those places for our family in Hinsdale. It feels like a no-brainer to give back by way of my time and talent to a place that gives so much to our community. My career background is in marketing and consumer insight, and I currently work as a group facilitator. I understand group dynamics. I work well with them. I bring a spirit of collaboration and leadership to the table. Mostly, over the last several years, I've been a mom and a community volunteer, giving my time to my kids' school PTOs, coaching their teams, being their medical advocate, running their carpools, and being involved in church and other activities around town. I have a very strong spirit of community involvement, and I genuinely enjoy the connections and camaraderie built by working together with others. I'm asking for your support so I can represent Hinsdalians of all ages and all stages doing good work for HPL. I believe libraries represent the best of a community. They take us on great adventures and then connect us to home. It would be a privilege to be a part of keeping that work going in our library space through robust programming, make it reflective of our community, and to be a place where we can all walk in the door, feel welcomed, like someone knows our name and is there rooting for us. I hope you'll consider voting for me and my running mate, Jay Hinsdale. Election day is April 1st, April Fool's Day, but even more importantly, because that is spring break, it opens on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. So vote before you go, Tigers of the Year, please.
Hi, I'm Kim Kiyosaki. Can everybody hear me? And I am seeking re-election to the Hinsdale Library Board of Trustees. I've been on the board since the summer of 2021, and I'm seeking re-election. I have been a member of Hinsdalian for 32 years, and I've raised my 3 kids, like Carissa said, here in Hinsdale, and I'm delighted to seek out your vote to continue to represent the library and board of trustees. One of the most important things that we did as library board trustees is launch a strategic plan almost 3 years ago. We sought our patrons' advice and talk a little better. Okay. We launched a successful strategic plan back almost 3 years ago now, seeking out community leaders, including the community house, and our school board, our educators, both at District 181 and 86, as well as our patrons, and asked what's the most important things that we can do as a library to serve our community. And 3 main goals jumped out: access and convenience to getting materials, and we've met that requirement. We've significantly reduced the time it takes to get new materials, hot, popular ebooks, as well as best-selling novels. We've increased our digital use over 20%. Education and enrichment, both for young people and lifelong learners. We've launched over 700 programs just in the past year. Forest Bathing, Spice Club. Beer tasting event was sold out. And we connected with our community. We partnered with the village to build a beautiful patio for our village memorial hall. So we've successfully responded to the strategic needs of our community, and I want to continue to be able to do that. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your vote on April 1st or before. Thanks.
I'm Shani. Addition to, I have dedicated to create a more multicultural event at the library to better serve our diverse community. Volunteer experiences include organizing and hosting wide range of public events throughout Chicago. With my background in advertising and marketing, I'm able to assist with community with outreach and engagement. I'm running second term for Hinsdale Library Board to continue my work at our community and space play community. Over the past year, I have played an active role in developing a space plan to give the library a fresh and modern look, while improve its functionality. I'm excited to see those projects go through to completion and ensure the library continues to serve as the evolving and the vital resource to our community. I'm Chen Yi. I'm number 4 on the ballot. Your support means a lot for me. Thank you.
Thanks to our library board candidates. I'm sure they'll be happy to stick around after the rest of the candidates have their chance if you have any questions for them. I'm going to switch. switch out now to our trustee candidates.